All right.
All right, beautiful.
Hey, guys. So welcome to another edition. This isn't even another edition. This is the first edition. So we're going to try a little different format here. You can see us today.
Hooray.
Ken busted out his nice clothes for
really
this.
Did. I haven't changed.
Has not changed. No big deal.
Took off my sweaty clothes.
You guys don't know this because we don't normally film this, but we are actually sitting in a different spot than we normally sit.
We are, yeah. We haven't been here yet.
Yeah, we haven't been here yet. And
we
if you guys
transitioned from the gym to your office to the
If you guys don't
desk.
recognize where we're sitting right now, you need to probably come into the gym a little more.
Yeah. I took that photo, by the way.
You did?
And that one. And that one over there.
I did take those photos. Don't they look nice? Nobody ever says anything nice to him about them. All right. But kind of what we want to do today, we're going to do a little just have some fun today. Well, it's actually a Friday when we're filming this. Believe it or not, I don't even think we've had a beer yet, have we?
No, I'm really upset. I was going to bring some beer to work with me today to have a beer while we watch these videos. So I'm a little upset that I forgot that because I've remembered literally everything else.
Yeah.
And I forgot the beer.
So I think if we like this episode and it works out and you guys ever actually see this, then we might, I think in the future, we might actually have to crack a beer while we do this.
This could be like a happy hour thing.
Yeah, like a happy hour. Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be funny. The whole point of the day is, if you're watching this, is we're pulling out some old school CrossFit videos.
Yeah, basically make fun of ourselves.
Yeah, we're going to make fun of ourselves. It's not actually us, but in the history of CrossFit, there have been some events, there have been some competitions, there have been stuff that finds its way onto video and YouTube. That is, it's probably half the reason why, some people back in the day used to talk poorly of CrossFit.
I mean, you see gym fails through CrossFit, through other gyms, basically through any fitness endeavor, but obviously there was a lot of ammo coming out of CrossFit in the early years.
They had a couple reasons why,
right, yeah.
why these things happened, okay? And, as a sport, I guess we're kind of looking at it from a sport angle here a little bit today. From a sport angle, CrossFit has 100% evolved, right? It's gotten better. People have gotten smarter. The programming's gotten better. The way they look at competition and events has gotten better. In the wild, wild west of 2012, oh my God. We're going to show you some of the best ones. Yeah. I think this kind of came about the other day. I was talking about one of these events with someone, and I was like, you know what? No one even knows what this is. This happened so long ago. We need to dust it off. We need to put it back out there on the internet. And, yeah, you guys can think of it what you will.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully you never saw this, programmed in workouts, I think, no matter where you went. But for some reason, people just put random stuff in competitions that seems okay.
Yeah. So we're going to we're going to test our editing skills, our video skills, and we're going to kind of watch it back here, and we're going to talk about it while it's happening, almost like this is ESPN or something. And then the idea would be eventually we're going to cut that in so you'd see the picture, not us, or maybe we'll put it in the middle. We'll put it right here, somewhere right there. And you'll get to watch the video and, laugh along with us. All right. Cool.
Should be interesting.
Do you want to roll the first one?
I'm excited.
Ken's excited. Ken hasn't watched
I haven't even seen this video, so I'm pretty pumped to see it. I've just heard about it.
Yes, it's so, exactly. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, hit it.
Let's go for it. All right, so.
What year is this, by the way?
So I believe this is probably around 2012, 2013. Maybe, no, it might have even been like 2012. Okay. So what you're looking at here, guys, this is what they called the Sac Town Throwdown. Okay, so this was a competition. It was in Sacramento, California. They're at a racetrack, like a car racetrack. There's a boatload of people standing around. I don't know why they have four boxes standing on their side here.
Baggy jeans and beanies.
Yeah, clothes were less fitting. It looked a little rainy and cold out that day. There's a good crowd there. This is a big venue for a CrossFit event. Even still, like you do this at some sort of moto complex. That's kind of a thing.
Do we know physically where this was?
I think in Sacramento. This is Sacramento. But as far as the actual racetrack, I don't know. So what they're doing here is they have ropes. I'm assuming they've done some other events in this competition. They have, I appreciate the sprinter start here.
Yeah.
And they're off. All right. So they're pulling this car. And I do believe from different angles of this video that I've seen in the past, this is actually a police cruiser.
Okay.
And so in theory, there's a cop behind the wheel of this thing. You have two guys and two girls. And the two guys, not 100% sure who the women are, but the guys is Pat Barber. He's kind of in the middle there. And on the far left is Jason Khalipa, who's he won the CrossFit Games in 2009.
Right.
Or 2008, whatever year it was. He knows what he's doing. And we're off and we're running. Okay.
So
as you can
obviously
see,
someone is steering in the car.
somebody's steering the car around this track,
Okay.
I would assume. And they're pulling these ropes, and you can already see somebody's falling behind. The guys are doing probably most of the work. They're dying. They're running weird. Jason Khalipa, he kind of runs like a...
I mean, the girl on the right is like running for her life. Like she's like looking back to see where that car is.
That rope's starting to get slack in it, and she's like, just keep it in front of me. You got guys running along the sides with their GoPros, filming this thing. It's getting silly.
This is great, like zombie apocalypse training right here.
It's overcast. Like, bad things were going to happen here, right? So, inevitably, what happens?
Someone's going to get run
too
over.
much slack, and that rope gets caught in the tire, I think is what happens.
She's fading.
She's fading right now. She's just trying to keep up. She's not even pulling the weight of the car. She's just carrying a rope because there's slack in her rope, and that car's about to just eat her for lunch. Oh, and... boom!
Oh, there we go.
We laugh because it's
right
funny.
under the fender.
Right under the fender. So my favorite, first guy that rolls up.
Her teammates look very concerned, by the way.
Teammates can't even go over and help her. They're so tired. Oh, and they're sitting here. What do we do, guys? What do we do? One guy can't even put his coffee
There we
cup
go.
down.
Obviously push the car off of her.
Are you okay? I don't want to drop my latte.
Who is that? Is that Khalipa Barber? He's done.
Yeah,
He's on the back. He's
they're literally
completely done.
just laying down on the track. These guys are done.
Which they did most of the work, to be honest.
Yeah, they did a lot of the effort.
That's fine.
I'm still looking for any sort of rescue personnel, a fireman perhaps, an EMT. We're trying to get the car out of the way.
They're actually in the car driving it. That's what
They're actually in the car driving. My man still has not put down his coffee, so he's got that going for us. Fortunately, I think the girl was okay. I think she just kind of bounced off the car. She didn't totally get run over. So, that's good. One thing I did appreciate about this video is they get the car out of the way. Clearly, whoever was driving in the car was able to reverse the car to get it out of the way.
Right.
Now, instead of, I don't know, throwing the ropes on top of the car and driving the car back around the track, these event organizers are just going to pick up the ropes
just pull it
and pull the car
back.
the car the rest of the way around the track.
Seems appropriate.
Oh, CrossFitters! Why would we not get a workout while we're here judging and volunteering?
Don't make it easy on yourself.
No. So pulling the car around. All right. I think he's still under power here, but at some point, I believe they actually just start pulling the car around the track. It makes no sense to me. But in case you need to see the video of girl getting run over by the car at a CrossFit event, that was it. So what have we learned here? We've learned that if you show up at a CrossFit event and they say, hey, 4 of you are going to pull this car,
I'm going to say no.
maybe say no.
Yeah,
right?
I'll sit this one out.
That might not be the world's best thing for you to do. I have been in a competition where they've done like a tractor pull essentially, and you have to pull a truck type deal, and you got to pull it as fast as you can, 50 feet or whatever.
Right.
It was a timed event. And it essentially was a sponsorship thing, and it was like the sponsor's truck, and they had the truck out there, and you could pull it. And there was a guy in the truck, but you're pulling it by yourself.
Okay.
Not as
other individuals where they could pull it into you.
Yeah, essentially what happened there is they pulled that right into it, right?
Right.
It wasn't her fault. She just didn't keep up with the pace of her group. And once she got tired and fell off the pace, she was done.
Well, that's what you get for being the weakest link.
Do not.
Right.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
You don't have to be the fastest person running away from bear. Just be the slowest
Do
person.
not be the slowest person running away from the bear. That's true. Life story.
Apparently that's in all phases of life there. Don't be the slowest person.
That was kind of one thing I was thinking about when we were up in hiking out in Montana. Was I don't necessarily have to outrun the bear.
No.
I just got to outrun you.
Exactly. And I will fight dirty.
I'll kick you in the knee and then I will run. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. That one's pretty fun. You guys will have the power of rewind and you can go back and check this out.
I wonder what Khalipa thinks about that, like looking back. Because he's such a prominent figure in CrossFit still.
He's still, guys, this guy still is a huge figure in CrossFit. He was like Rich Froning, Jason Khalipa forever.
And he pumps out his own programming and content now. Like, hey man, you put any carpools in there lately?
Have we done a carpool lately? Yeah, those guys have been around. So next one, we're gonna throw it back to 2009. This is actually
this is old.
Yeah, this is old. This is actually the CrossFit Games. So what you see on TV now, ESPN, CrossFit Games, this is what it used to look like. It was grungy. It was dirty. It was very raw. I think this was the third year of the CrossFit Games ever.
All right, so this is at the ranch, obviously, from the looks of it.
Yep, this is at Aromas, California.
Yeah, the Romas.
We're gonna
ranch.
We're gonna pop in here, turn this on. So we got, this is pretty advanced for back in the day. We had big split screen thing going on here.
This is way before my CrossFit days as well.
Yep. So you got rowing. They got the old gray Concept 2 rowers. Oh, look at that. That's some editing right there. Okay. So they're rowing on these things. There's Pat Sherwood.
Look at that. Look at those compression socks everyone's wearing.
Yeah, the compression socks are big back in the day, in case you were unaware.
Basketball shorts.
Look at that. Oh, man, get that back lean going. I think there's a spot in here where they're showing he's just basically laying down every stroke.
Very efficient rowing.
Right there. Okay, so we're not showing this because of rowing, but it's kind of funny. The event is to do some rowing, and then they literally gave them metal stakes and a sledgehammer.
Seems extremely safe.
And they're going to put a red mark on this, I guess, on this piece of metal. And who could sledge?
I love how they're twirling these things around as they walk with them. Just take out the person right beside you.
Who could sledge this piece of steel into the ground the fastest, I guess, to that red mark? I guess if you go to an angle, that's better.
Oh, my gosh. This is the ultimate spectating sport here.
How are we testing fitness here?
Do you think this is better or worse than the guys sawing the logs on ESPN?
Those guys at least are professional log sawers.
Right.
We're chiseling away. Most of these guys have never held a sledgehammer. They don't know what they're doing.
The head of his sledgehammer fell off.
Yeah, he broke his sledgehammer because he hit the post with it. They got them all in safety glasses in case sparks and dirt are flying and metal. Half of them are one-handing it. These guys have no idea what they're doing.
I'm amazed no one broke their hand doing this or a thumb or a finger. I mean, look at this guy chopping. What is that?
I have no idea.
And he's missing it repeatedly.
The most fun for me about this is you take the CrossFit Games. So you take essentially these guys are supposed to be the best in the world at fitness, okay? And you take it and you get into this and hey, let's give them this event where they're all going to look like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. None of these guys are working for Habitat for Humanity on the side.
You put any construction worker out there slung a sledgehammer, they finish this event, they win this event. But these guys, I'm honestly surprised that nobody took a sledgehammer in the head in this event. They have them so close.
Or the shin, the foot.
Yeah.
Or take out your judge.
Yeah. Take out your judge. Dave Castro, he's still around. I don't know how we haven't got rid of him. He probably dreamed this up. They have all the spare sledgehammers in the back for when they break it.
Is that Bosman in the back right there?
Probably. Who knows?
I mean, Castro definitely came up with this. This is totally his idea.
Yeah. I do believe that if you watch this whole video and you start back at the beginning, they did a whole expose on this sledgehammer. Oh, there's a broken sledgehammer.
There's Khalifa again.
Yeah. He keeps showing up in these things. And is that Rob Orlando?
Mash it down, dude.
So they get back in. They actually said that they went out and they dug out this area where they're doing these sledgehammers, this spray painted area. And they went around and dug it out, refilled it with dirt, and compacted it so it'd all be the same and consistent over.
I mean,
which I appreciate if they actually did that.
I can appreciate that.
The actual chance that they got that consistent through.
Right.
Slim and none. So you're all, in it.
Or just going back, looking on it, it's is this really the best use of our time? I'm sure we can come up with something else other than pounding steel rods into the ground. I mean, it seems like a lot of work.
Unnecessary work.
Extreme amount of work.
So if you're familiar with Tommy Hackenbrook, wow. Blast from the past. So if you're familiar with CrossFit at all, they have since kind of reframed this workout, and they do it now they have that big green sled thing that they hit the hammer, and they got a rubber sledgehammer because they probably had broken fingers and sledgehammers hitting people in the legs. And I don't know if you've ever done sledgehammer through a lot of things, but when you miss it, bad things happen.
I mean, I've used one obviously on a tire, but that can also bounce back and
actually putting stakes in
damage.
All right, guys. So also the sweet safety glasses they put these guys in. Pay attention to the wardrobes. We've come a long way. All right. So that was sledgehammering into a stake.
Now I have seen this one. This one's a disaster.
This next one, guys, this is
not good.
All right. So the next one we're going to get into, this is from this is the OC Throwdown, Orange County Throwdown. So they did this one in Orange County, California. think all this was done in California. So if you're watching this in California, it's probably,
stay away from California.
Stay away from California.
At least competitive events.
At least competitive events in California.
Geez.
They're out to kill you. And this next one, you're going to really see why.
You signed a waiver.
So hey guys, I know we're getting ready to start this heat. We're going to start in 10 seconds real quick. Everybody signed a waiver, right? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so in this next event, this competition, this is a big competition. This was probably one of the top 2 or 3 competitions in the country outside of the CrossFit Games when this was going on. The year before, they had a terribly tragic accident where they had an athlete. He ended up, long story short, he ended up paralyzing himself from the waist down. Mm-hmm. Just tragic accident is really what happened. Yeah. If you want to look that up, Kevin Ogar, check that out. Was what it was.
And I think that one was more of like a freak accident.
It was more a freak accident, not putting the blame on the event organizers on that. But kind of rolling that into this one is, okay, the year before you had this tragic accident, you made national media, like everything happened because the spotlight is on you. This is the jam. This is your chance to shine. You're putting on a safe event. You have the athletes at your utmost importance. This is where you want to be. This is how things will go for you. And this is an event you rolled out.
Right. You should have been dialed in from that point.
Dialed in. All right.
Not shit the bed.
This is 100% shitting the bed. I don't think they survived this, did they?
No.
I think it ceased to exist.
This was so bad. This was everywhere. Even if you weren't a CrossFitter, you saw this somewhere.
Yeah, this probably made it on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
All right. So this is OC Throwdown. I want to say this was, we'll call it 2015, 2014, somewhere.
Okay.
This was it was called the hurdles or something. Essentially, they had a bunch of hurdles set out over the thing, and they had to jump them. Again, you're taking a bunch of really skilled athletes, and we're jumping hurdles. So
what could go wrong? What could go wrong?
We might have to watch this one twice. So they have these these hurdles are high.
Very high. Extremely high.
Oh!
God.
Oh!
I love how the guy beside him is like, there's no rep.
Yeah. Watch the
oh, God.
And guys, watch their judges. These guys are, they're just eating it, and their judges no rep. And you're like, well, obviously they just died.
But hey, they put the tennis balls on the ends of the hurdles. I mean, safety, right?
At least they went far enough to put tennis balls on there.
That way no one got stabbed when it came up and impaled him in the back of the head.
So they didn't just die.
Oh, my gosh.
And this just keeps going. I think a high jump is a decent test of fitness. This was probably not the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, especially for people, that was bad.
Oh, goodness.
For people who are not used to this.
Yeah, not used to jumping this thing. And, they're all just all thinking about it. These guys' hurdles shoulder height. Oh, he just repped them.
Yep. You went around, not over, buddy. Got to redo that. Oh.
Ooh. Guys, it's like a 5-foot tall hurdle, and they're just eating it, and it's slapped down to their back.
Hell, I don't think any of the competitors survived this event.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just gnarly. That is so gnarly.
I remember looking back on this event, and guys, I hope you appreciated that one. That one was rough. Remember looking back on that event when it happened, and it was guys were broken tailbones. There was cracked vertebrae, wrist, elbows. It was bad.
That's a disaster.
This is a big, sponsored, huge event. They had people flying across the country to compete in it, and they just, you roll that out, you don't exist anymore.
Right. I truly hate to be the person who's like, this is a great event. Check this out. This is what I got. We're going to jump over some high hurdles, spaced out. I mean, what could go wrong?
And what I want to be is the men's hurdles, and you notice didn't even have the tennis balls on them.
Nah, man.
They're just impaled by a hurdle.
Use them all over
what
the
I would like
hurdles.
What I would like to have been is a fly on the wall for the guy who tested this workout, or the female who tested this workout.
They didn't test it.
And they were like, hey, let's put this out here. I can jump these. There's no problem. They go out and
they just rolled it out.
They got some, D1 track athlete who did high jump, and it's no, these are easy. See, boom, boom, boom.
I think they just rolled it out and was let's do it. This is going to look awesome on video.
There was a sale on hurdles at the sports supply store down the street.
This is going to look so good.
The local track donated some hurdles for the event, and they're like, let's put them out there, see what happens, guys.
How high can these go?
Can we put this all the way up? These guys are fit. We need to. We got to test them.
Those hurdles are they're chest height. I mean, that's super high.
5-foot tall hurdle. All right.
Either the really high hurdles or really short CrossFitters.
Yeah. All right. So that's our last video that I have for this installment of We Don't Know What We're Calling This Yet. But I do have one picture we're going to roll out because I think this video has been scrubbed from the internet, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. So if anybody sees this one, you let me know. I don't remember exactly what CrossFit competition this was from, but it was from a competition. So I'll make sure you guys can see what we're looking at here. So this was a partner. I just pulled up the computer. Ken's laughing it has already. So pulled this up from the internet, www.internet. And this is a partner competition back, judging by the tights and the attire. I think I see some Nano 2s down there. So we're going to call Nano 2s, 2012?
Okay, yeah.
So this is 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. You can always judge a CrossFit event by what generation shoes the people have on. All right. And this is also maybe at CrossFit 910, because they have their name written on the box on the side of it there, just in case you want to sue them.
We should look and see if they're still in business.
We should look. I just noticed that in the picture. So here's this picture. What we appear to be doing here is a male-female partner of a ring push-up, okay? But not only just a ring push-up, the straps aren't connected to a rig. They're not connected to a post. They're not connected to even a tree, anything.
No, they're connected to his cervical spine.
No. We hook the strap around your partner's neck, who's standing on top of 2 plyo boxes in a bent-over position with his hands behind his back, waiting for his spine to snap straight out of his back.
You can see like the veins coming out of his head.
That was terrible. I mean,
how do you even agree to that?
I don't know. Also, has my man got on zip-off pant shorts there?
Oh, those zip-off cargo pants, man.
Zip-off cargos, all right.
And maybe a belt to a fanny pack.
Oh, fancy.
Legit.
And he's got autographs on his shirt because he's judging.
He may be the guy that programmed that event.
He might be the guy. I just noticed he's got people signing his shirt. So who knows what was going on here? Yeah. Guys, if you show up at an event and they want you to put a ring strap around your neck to support your teammate in a push-up position
say no.
to do reps, because, I mean, this is a still picture and she's just hanging out there, but in real life she's actually doing push-ups and creating force hanging from a man's neck.
I mean, to be fair, her push-up form is
spot
on
on.
Point, man. That's pretty good. So must be some good support from that cervical spine he's holding up there.
She's doing good. But yeah, just another example of the crazy things that have gone on in the past that hopefully don't go on anymore, because, you can be honest, people like us make stupid shows like this and make fun of them.
I mean, if I'm a chiropractor, I'm at that event.
Slinging out
I'm
cards.
just making money, hand over fist.
Yes, for sure. Cool. Yeah. So, guys, I hope you like this. Can't you enjoy it?
Always vet your events when you go do a competition.
Yeah. If you have any doubts, ask some people who have been there before. We've done events. There's been some.
Oh man, I just remembered one.
There's been some questionable events at some things. We're not gonna give it away now. It'll be on episode number 2 of whatever we're gonna call this show.
It just came to me.
Believe me, there's plenty more.
And it's local.
I have a couple more here that we're not even gonna get to, but we'll keep it mostly short and sweet. I think we're around 20 minutes.
Yeah, that works.
Not too bad. Hope you guys like this format with the video and versus the podcast.
Hopefully the videos come up.
Hopefully the video is here somewhere. If not, we failed and you'll just have to use your imagination. I'll just turn it into an audio-only podcast, and it won't make any sense at all.
Done.
I'll put the links down at the bottom, and hey, there it is.
There you go.
All right, guys. But thanks for listening. This will be on YouTube, so like, comment, subscribe.
Comment.
Yeah, dude, guys, we like comments. Throw them down
Subscribe and comment, even if it's like bad comments. Please make fun of us.
Comments are comments. Yeah, make fun of us. If you want to make fun of Kent's shirt.
If you want to make fun of Nate, even though he's not here, do that as well.
I thought about inviting Nate, but it wouldn't have worked.
Too much manliness.
You can only fit so many egos in one screen. Right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next time. Later.